Hello everyone. Totally quick informal video here, no intro or anything. I just want to give another update and address not even a controversy in the comments to the Sony Videocorder update video, but more just a point of discussion, and I think a very valid one that I did not address, and one that got me kind of curious. So let's just take care of this in one hopefully easy shot here. So I have, as of today, I'm shooting this on Monday, the 22nd, August 22nd. I have gotten the, as Rick likes to call it, the breaker box, the breakout box. So eiaj 8 on one end, and then composite video RCA style and mono audio on the other. And this brings me to the point of discussion. So somebody was saying, well, shouldn't eiaj 8, shouldn't a breakout box have 4 jacks on it, 2 out, 2 in? And no, because it's all self-contained, really. Having said that, there are exceptions to its use. So this is coming straight from the manual here. So with regards to like this Sony VO2600 U-matic deck, you can only do output with eiaj 8. And that also applies to these Sony Trinitron PVMs, especially the later ones. And so anyway, I've got everything set up here. It is working as much as it needs to be. I will address one more thing before I'm done here. But strictly on an output level, let's go ahead and quick demo this. I got my little commercial sizzle reel from 1992 in there. And let's just show it off. Might be a little loud. Oh yeah. So it does work, and yeah, I did have to label it just to make sure that I was doing it right, because it is the kind of thing I would only use periodically. Okay, so that takes care of U-matic. Now getting back to the two-way issue, yes, you are supposed to be able to go 2 ways with eiaj 8 on these AV and CV series units. Now, this still needs serviced, and it's only half working on the input front, but I'll take a cut here, we'll pick back up, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, the video is still going to be just total trash, but it does exist. I just want to show that it does indeed exist. If we're lucky, we might get some fitful moments of kind of a triple image. And this will, of course, take a second to get going. I may have to ram the pinch roller a bit. There we are. So it does exist. It's no better than it was last week. But it is correct now. At least it's not, you know, looking like scrambled cable. Now it just looks like a horribly miscalibrated tape. Oh, here I was hoping that it would come into focus long enough to function, but I guess not. If you look at it just right, you'll see George Burns occasionally. But yeah, not an issue. So it does work on that front. Now I want to show you the input half of it, which, as I mentioned, is only half working. And on to the final test. So I mentioned this will half input. So what we're doing here is I've got one of my silent movies, public domain, in the VHS deck here, and I will hit play at the appropriate moment. But I'll show that it's half working as an input. It may just be one of those things that is going to need to be looked at when I finally send this in, hopefully in the next month or 2. So we'll just put this into standby mode. And yeah, if it nibbles a little on my Burns & Allen recording, oh well, the thing is kind of junk anyway. Not the show, but my recording thereof. So anyway, I'm going to crank the volume a bit because it is a bit low. But I will hit play here. You'll hear the VCR get started, and you should hear the soundtrack. You should hear some piano music. So once again, we are in record standby here. And there we go. So we have audio, but no video. Again, that might just be something that needs to be looked at. But at the same time, recording on these things was never really my goal. I just like to try things to make sure they work, fully. But the whole goal of my getting into these open reel decks was to recover the backlog of tapes that I've got and that are just kind of floating around out there in some places. So that's more the goal here. But yes, it does pass through, and just to prove it that much more, I got an 1/8" cable here. I'll plug it and the piano music will go away. And then the piano music will come back. So yes, it's half working, and yes, eiaj8 should be able to pass a signal in certain circumstances. But anyway, that should bring you up to date here. As I mentioned, hopefully in the next month or two, I'll get, at the very least, this 3600 shipped out for an alignment and just an overall checkout. I think I've gotten about as far as I can within my skill set and the gear that I have. So that's it for now.